welcome along to another episode of this FM20 Builder Nation story, Climbing with Cliftonville, with me, Daniel. There's something a little bit strange going on today. It's part 44, and for the second time this season, we've got a cup final against lower league opposition. That's the way we're finishing the season, hoping for a fifth trophy. We've got one little injury, but nothing too drastic. But the big news is at the bottom of the Danske Bank Premiership table. We'll deal with them in order. Institute are bottom, Crusaders lost the playoff. There's a lot to unpack there. So if you're looking forward to that, we've got staffing additions as well, preparations for a big summer transfer window ahead of another Champions League qualifying campaign. Please do put a thumbs up on the video. Subscribe down below for daily content from this series. We'll squeeze in one more season before FM21, at which point we'll have 2 long-term stories rotating every day. And of course, almost daily live streams throughout the beta period as well. So I hope you're looking forward to all of that as much as I am, as we go to unpack what on earth has gone on at the bottom of this table. So let's start with Institute. The side who are bottom of the league finished second last year. Now, of course, Mark Lyons was on a loan back deal. He came and joined us. That was always going to make it harder for them. However, up front, who they haven't agreed a contract with, Calvin Faulkner, Northern Irish first choice international striker now. Scored 13 goals, had a very good season. Scored a goal in the Europa Conference qualifying as well. And somehow, they finished bottom with him up front. I mean, they've got the likes of Doherty and Ives, who were involved in our squad in the first season. Levi Ives was first choice, in fact. They've got key players such as Adam Hanna, who's a decent winger as well. Mark McKee, they signed from Warren Point, a very good midfielder at this level. And they've all got decent ratings. I don't actually know what's gone on here. Stephen Quinn, the young attacking midfielder, he's another very good youngster. And I don't really get it. I don't understand how they've gone down. I don't know why they haven't offered Faulkner a deal at any point. And he's someone we're going to watch. If there's interest from a Northern Irish club elsewhere, we'll let him go. If it's an English club, we'll have to intervene, because Calvin Faulkner is too good to let out of this league. But that's probably not even the biggest shock. The team that finished second last year with Northern Ireland striker going down. Crusaders have lost in the playoffs. Now, I can't quite explain this one. They have had a few poor years. They've gone back to semi-professional, but this summer they signed Liam Nolan, a properly good central midfielder, star of Accrington and Halifax in years gone by. A really good midfielder at this level, and I mean really good. They also had the likes of Phil Gordon, their star striker, scored 10 goals in the league, Irish under-19 international. Look how good he is. How on earth are these sides getting relegated? The better thing with these guys is most of theirs are tied down to longer deals. So next year they should be able to bounce back. Most of those stars, I should say, anyway. Calvin Coulter, the left-back, same thing. Same for Spencer Cook, the 18-year-old in the middle. But some of these teams have just really dropped off a cliff, and I don't understand it. Callum Nickel, who rejected us at the start of the save, still sitting here with Crusaders, and now going to be a championship player. Those two sides going down is incredible. It went down to the last day with Dungannon as well, who finished 4th last year, who had brilliant young players. I mean, I just don't know how to explain the table this year. It's absolutely astonishing. We finished on 109 points, just 5 dropped all season. Domestically, we're too good now, we know that. Hopefully Larne do something this summer. They've got into the Europa Conference and they've still got those good players. Can they go and get a Faulkner? Can they go to Crusaders and nick one of their stars? Can they have that sort of squad? If they signed a Nolan and then a Faulkner, they could compete. And that's what we're hoping for. So we've got Dundela in the Irish Cup final today, but let's quickly look at the results off camera. You'll obviously have worked out that we beat Larne in the Cup semi-final. Idar, Crawford, Middleton and Kane with a goal apiece. Ballymena were beaten 3-0, Elliott, Idar and Noah Daly. 2-0 for Glenarvan, Stephen Thompson with a late one after Crawford had given us the lead. A 5-1 win at home to Larne. Ronan Hale got their goal, but a strike from Finlay Robertson in the first minute added second half goals from Idar, Middleton, McDonald and Stephen Thompson yet again. And then away from home against Linfield, Johnny McMurray gave them the lead. They're such a better side when he plays. But Middleton, Elliott and an Idar brace put them to the sword. A 2-0 win against Ballina Millard, who did a brilliant job to get in the top half. And it took us 88 minutes to break through as well. Sean McDonald from a header from a set piece. He's unfortunately out injured today. And Jarrod Braithwaite tapping one in the 92nd. So a very good spell for us. A brilliant run. We have got Dundela today, who we should be beating. They've got 2 suspensions and 1 cup-tied player. we've just got the one out injured. And of course, the vastly superior squad. There could be goodbyes to a few players as well. We know that Glenn Middleton is moving elsewhere permanently at the end of this season. Hepburn Murphy on the bench, who we're not planning to keep. Branthwaite and Bazunu, it doesn't look likely they'll stay either. And the same for Harvey Elliott, who's probably outgrown us. Sean McDonald, unfortunately missing out on the outing, but everyone else is involved today. New contracts for Mark Lyons, Sean McLaughlin and Connor Crawford as well. 3 of the 4 real players in this team today. And should we see quickly if we can offer one to Jake Kane? Because he's got a fee release clause that I don't want to get triggered. And we've got about a month before the English window opens. So if we put him as an important player, we'll just see if we can get away with it. I mean, it's luck more than judgment, let's be honest. And he's going to want a lot more than that. 1.6. I thought he'd want more. So that will take out the fee release, which is about 700,000 at the moment. And that could be massive for us. So he's agreed to stay. Barely a wage rise after a very good first season at the club. And he's still improving. And he's going to be staying with us. That's exactly what we wanted. I haven't yet made up my mind on Connor McLaughlin. We'll decide in the next week or so. But that will be a decision for the transfer special next time. This week though, we've had 3 more staff additions as we continue to expand that team. And they're good ones as well, let me tell you. So if we go and have a look, if we put them in contract order, we should get them near the end. Andy Coy, I think that is, has joined from Peterborough as a goalkeeping coach. He will go alongside Neil Alexander to make an excellent team there. We've also signed a fitness coach from Southend in Anthony Colbert. Both of these were out of contract at the end of the year, so no real fee or compensation paid at all. He's a brilliant fitness coach at this level. And then we also got an attacking coach in too, David Dunn, currently in charge of Barrow in real life. But he's a very good coach. Good technical, mental and attacking, much like he was as a player. And that fairly determined personality as well. Andy Coy, fairly determined. And if we go to Colbert, spirited. So keeping that theme of good personalities coming in. We are trying to get a couple of scouts in as well. Johnny Peters, who was formerly at United. He's Belgian and got a wealth of knowledge across the world. He's fairly determined too. And Paul Molesworth, who's coming from Newport. Fairly professional and good judgment. Just what we needed as a mix. Alan Simpson, potentially a reserves goalkeeping coach. Not something we've organised this. But another one with a good personality. So we're more than happy for it to happen. We've got £139,000 a week on the wage bill to spend. So it looks like they've really upped the ante this year. We've got an offer to get Matthew Smith's release clause sold. I talk so much about the 50% sell-on. And it's just turned a $2 million transfer into 2 3/4. It's brilliant business and we are absolutely flying. We've moved back into the new Solitude, which is now expanded. Everything off the pitch going fantastically. 9,336 and enough seating for the Champions League next year. Plenty to look forward to on that front. So let's go and get into the cup final. One more moment to finish the season with glory. And we are 10-1 odds on favourites as we go to the Oval for the big game. As we mentioned, Sean McDonald missing from injury, so McLaughlin comes in at centre-half. Had a few injury troubles himself in a decent first season, and he'll be staying with us next year too. The bench is as strong as it can be. There's a couple missing out, and a couple of youngsters who are unfortunate. Mark Lyons playing in the England Under-20 World Cup squad. Sammy Wilson will then be in the Northern Irish one. So there is plenty of potential moving forward, as some of these young players, that I'm just showing you quickly now, are developing into stars. So the line-up in full for today. Bazunu in goal, Nico Williams at right back with Mark Lyons at left back, McLaughlin and Branthwaite at centre-half. We've got Doyle and Kane in the middle, Elliott and Middleton over on the wings, and Connor Crawford partnered by Idar up front. Hepburn Murphy back from injury, he is on the bench today. Finley Robertson the same. Saul Shotton getting a rare outing in the squad, and a couple of the youngsters there for good measure. So in we go, Dundela v Cliftonville. Surely it will be trophy number 5. It is a 3-5-2, something we do struggle with occasionally, but I think otherwise it's a good squad. And that's Ronan Wilson. He started the career here. We loaned him out straight away in the first season. But Ronan Wilson, who would have thought it? A player who was in our starting squad. He's in the second tier in a cup final against us. And watch out for this Kelleher, who's well rated. Don't know much about Cushney, but he seems real. It's not a bad little striker. So they've got an okay squad this side, and it's going to be a difficult test. But we should be coming out on top. There's no excuses if we don't win this one. Into the first half. Let's see what we can do. It's a corner kick, 5 minutes in. Nico Williams outswinger. Harvey Elliott heads just wide. Just over, in fact, according to the commentary. But a good start for Dundela. They've had the only shot on target there, although we have pegged it back. But no highlights yet, apart from this corner. Nico Williams to McLaughlin, and he heads over as well. Good chances going begging early on. We don't want to let this stay 0-0 for too long. And we've got another attacking throw on the left. It's been all set pieces so far, but Kane's got to the byline, hopefully signing a new deal soon, but he's lost out there. And the clearance finds Kelleher, the danger man. Up to Kushney, and this looks a bit worrying. They've got a man over on the right as well. Ronan Wilson completely unmarked. He's been chased back by Middleton. In the end forces a switch across ball, and it's gone back to Lavery and now Sterling and Finney. Sterling again switches left this time to Johnny Wilson. And he's got a chance to cross it. Joel Wilson into the back post, Branthwaite away, and Lyons down for Jake Kane. Switches to Adam Idar out on the left. Holds it up well, the target man, and back to Lyons. Jake Kane again, switches right to Doyle. Doyle surging through into the box unopposed, shoots just at the keeper. And he gets across to hold it well. A quarter of the game gone, and Dundela will be delighted with this, as Mark Lyons picks it up in an attacking left position again. Finds Kane. Out wide to the byline, Lyons overlapping. Chance to cross, but cuts back to Kane instead. He goes wide to Lyons. Will someone just put it in? Kane does eventually. Headed out as far as Doyle, and he volleys in from the edge of the box. Another big cup final performance from Tommy Doyle. And it is Dundela 0, Cliftonville 1. After 25 minutes, it's deserved on the balance of play. And we're back again as Glenn Middleton picks it up on the left. A poor switch of play though, and it finds Finney in the middle. He finds Lavery. Dundela trying to create something here, and they go long over the top. Branthwaite intercepts to Jake Kane. He's got three up with him. One's Middleton. Through ball to Connor Crawford. It's a brilliant finish. Squeezes it in at the near post with power, just ahead of McGill's dive. And it is 2-0 and probably game over. And it should be our 5th trophy of the season. The youngster doing the job again. He's had another fabulous year. 42 goals in all competitions, this will make it. As Mark Lyons throws from the left to Jake Kane. He's challenged, but it falls for him again. And now Mark Lyons has it. Chance to cross. Goes backwards instead though. Finds Tommy Doyle. He's got a switch of play out to the right hand side. Harvey Elliott looking for the overlap. Cuts in and crosses though. And Adam Idar heads in. 46 for the season for him. And Adam Idar staying next year. Those front two are going to be absolutely brilliant. 0-3. And if we add Calvin Faulkner to this, the possibilities could be endless. Although Tommy Doyle's picked up an injury. Not what we wanted there. So Finley Robertson will come on. He's going to be a box-to-box midfielder. We'll just see if he can nick another one for us. He was first choice during the Champions League, don't forget. As Ronan Wilson throws into Mark Lyons. He intercepts it well and finds Kane. Back to Branthwaite. No real urgency in the play here, but good football nonetheless. Robertson out to Harvey Elliott. Nico Williams is overlapping, but Elliott wants to go alone. And his shot's just wide of the post. 5 to the break. It's 3-0 and it is comfortable now. Couple of injuries for Dundela in midfield as Bazunu picks the ball up at the back. Switch of play to the left with his goal kick to Middleton. Flicks on towards Adam Idar. He's taken on the fullback and dragged him wide, and it's back inside to Jake Kane. He switches the play to Harvey Elliott. Volley on the left foot is blocked. Back to Finley Robertson. And that's a great effort just over. 3 minutes of injury time to go. It is going to be 3-0 at half time. A really professional performance and a job well done. We've had nearly 30 shots already. So let's tell the lads we're pleased into the second half. And it looks like Tom Linley and Noah Daly might get a run out. As much as I'm tempted to bring Hepburn Murphy on, we have to prioritise the future. Well, 65 minutes on the clock, we're seeing nothing. So I'm going to bring Tom Linley on for Jake Kane in the middle. And I'm going to bring Connor Crawford off for Noah Daly up front. In fact, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to take Harvey Elliott off because he struggled with injuries a lot. And it might be his final game for us. So Noah Daly will go right wing. Connor Crawford stays up front. And it's a corner kick for Dundela. An outswinger towards Joel Wilson, but it's headed away by McLaughlin. He finds Middleton, who surges over halfway. There's a 2-on-2 momentarily. 4 more up in support now. Middleton cuts in and he's challenged. Really good play from Finney. And it's up to Kelleher. He's got one running off him. Kushney's in one-on-one here. And it's the goalkeeper Bazunu who makes the save. It should have been a goal. And that's a warning sign. And McLaughlin's got a free kick at the back again. Dundela starting to create some things here. They have been forced all the way back to the keeper. Not the best start to an attack for them. But they've done really well so far. As McGill goes long. Over to McLaughlin who heads away. Branthwaite brings it down. Chance to go left. There's 2 out there if he can find them. Mark Lyons picks it up. He cuts inside. He beats his man. It's a lovely feint. He fooled me as well. And Crawford heads just over. But it stays 3-0. There's going to be a lot of chances in the last 20. And we're back almost immediately as Tom Linley picks the ball up in the middle. Wide to Daly. He's got a chance to cross, but it's blocked back as far as Nico Williams. Staying with us next year, we just need him to stay injury free. Nico Williams going across the box to Linley. Chance to spread it, but might go alone here. Finds Middleton. Inside to Robertson. Chance to unleash, and it's just wide of the post. It remains 3-0, and there's 15 still to go. And we're back on the right again as Lavery nicks it. Really good play from the midfielder. They're not giving up, to be fair. There are sides in the top tier who have put in less of a fight than this, as Finley Robertson finds Tom Linley. The youngster's really had a good season for us, and he finds Adam Idar to Middleton. Oh, it's a great curling effort just wide. It remains 3, but another good chance for the club. Into the final 10, Gavin Bazunu picks the ball up in goal. No pressure on him, and he switches left to Mark Lyons. Out to Middleton. Had a good final game for us so far, and he finds Finley Robertson. Robertson switches right to Noah Daly. Not had much football this second half of the season, but that's a good cross. Idar's first header hits the post, and he's got an open goal where the keeper dived on the rebound. It is 4-0, and it is no less than we've deserved. It's a long ball forward as far as McLaughlin. Switch is left. Middleton won't get there, but the header away will only find Middleton anyway. He's got it just inside his own half. Mark Lyons down the line, overlapping him. 2 inside, Finley Robertson is one of them. Over the top towards Idar. Left side of the penalty area, crosses towards the box. It's a brilliantly deflected goal. He had no intent of doing that, Adam Idar, but it deflects off Craig and it completely outfoxes the keeper. And it's 5-0 with 4 to go. 2 minutes of stoppage time up. We have won the Northern Irish Cup again. After many years without it, we are setting the tone now. A brilliant performance, a 5-0 victory, and a perfect way to end the season. As you can see if we go to the competition screen, 5 trophies won. In fact, is it 6? No, it's not, because we lost in the All-Ireland Champions Cup final. 5 wins, the league, the Bet McLean League Cup, the County Antrim Shield, the Tunnocks Caramel Wafer Cup, most importantly, and now the Irish Cup as well. Brilliant achievements from these boys. Tommy Doyle is out for the season. I don't know if he'll be coming back yet, but a brilliant achievement either way, and we deserve all the praise in the world, these lads. Before we finish, let's go and have a quick look at the squad review so we can reflect on the performances this season. If we go for selection info in average rating order, Idar top, very closely followed by Nico Williams. If he stayed fit every game, he'd be absolutely brilliant. Connor Crawford up there as well, Jake Kane, Glenn Middleton and Branthwaite as well, all getting above a 7.5. Shane Ferguson had a good year, but he will be leaving us this summer. And many others above a 7. In fact, just the goalkeeper and Dennis Serkin who weren't. If we put it in terms of appearances, Bazunu top on 59. Connor Crawford actually made 61. It's just 23 were off the bench. Mark Lyons made 60. Kane 56. Idar 55. There's so many big performers there and everyone got football. That's the most important thing. If we go and have a look at goals, 47 for Idar, 42 for Crawford, 25 for Hepburn Murphy, 20 for Middleton, 17 for Elliott and 11 for Daly. Thompson on 8 alongside a few others, and nearly everyone contributing. Just Mark Lyons and Nico Williams actually, who didn't get a goal of the outfielders. Lee Hodson barely played, so we won't count him. But if we go to assists, that's where it turns round a bit. Up there in 4th is Williams. We've got 5 from Mark Lyons on the left as well. And then right up there, Conor McLaughlin with 13, Connor Crawford with 17, and Glenn Middleton with 25. He's going to be sorely missed when he goes to Cardiff. Who knows, maybe they'll put him on the loan list. So a wonderful season, some brilliant performers out there, and we'll be trying our best to keep as many as possible for next season, as well as improving that squad and keeping an eye on those ones who have got relegated. So if you did enjoy this season, another brilliant way to finish, another good European run as well, please do put a thumbs up on the video. We should be able to get one more full season in before FM21, so please do come and join along tomorrow for the start of that. 4:30, the usual time we go. Thank you to everyone that popped into the live stream this morning. I really do appreciate it. And check out Discord, Twitter and the YouTube community page for announcements about all of our FM21 plans. Lots to get excited about, loads of content to come, and I hope you're looking forward to it as much as me. There's a link to the podcast channel and our Danske Bank Premiership preview in the eye above. The real life season just a couple of weeks in now. So fingers crossed, it's been an entertaining week this one as well, because I'm recording this in advance. But a big thank you for watching along and following this series for another season. I really do appreciate it. And I hope to see you next time for another big important episode, as we have a transfer special for the final time with Cliftonville. I hope to see you there.